What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And today we are going through the preliminary finals of week 3 of the NRL finals. The preliminary final number 1 and number 2 for a spot in the NRL's Telstra Premiership Grand Final at Accor Stadium in Sydney. And who's going to be there first? We're going to find out tomorrow. Is it going to be the Panthers or is it going to be the Storm? As we look at the teams, 80 minutes left for one of these sides. So, begins for the Panthers. Isaac Tago is back. Jerome Luai is back. Matt Eisenhuth is back. And pretty much all from 17. Dylan Edwards is at fullback. Saliba Taruba and Brian To'o are the wingers. Isaac Tago, like I said, is back alongside Stephen Crichton. The gun centre who'll be leaving at the end of the year. It could be his last game for the Panthers, so he's going to the Bulldogs next year. Jerome Luai is back to partner with Nathan Cleary and for this game, which is a big in, and it could be his last ever game because no one knows what his future is going to be for Jerome Luai. Moses Leota and James Fisher-Harris are the forward packs and the forwards, and Mitch Kenny is at hooker. Scott Sorensen and Liam Martin are the second rowers, and Isaiah Yeo is at lock. Interchange bench, Jack Coggers at 14, Lindsay Smith, Spencer Leniu, this could be his last game for the Panthers as well, and Luke Garner at 17. And as for the Storm, Jerome Hughes is back. Nick Meaney is at fullback. Will Warbrick and Remus Smith are the wingers, replacing obviously for the injured Xavier Coates. And Marion Seve is kept his centre spot with Justin Olam back in the centres. The halves are Cameron Munster and Jerome Hughes, as I said, is back from injury. The forwards are Tui Kapakamitha and Christian Welsh. Harry Grant has got his starting position back. Trent Liero and Elise Katoa are the second rowers, and Josh King is at lock. The interchange bench is Tyron Wishart, Tom Eisenhuth, Nelson Asofa Solomona, or Tariq Sims. And there are the reserves. Now, as for the Panthers, they've won the last four of the five matches against the Storm, and 4 of the last 5 against the Storm, and I honestly think I'm going to go the Panthers. I've said this, that the Panthers are just in a bit of a inform at the moment. They're hard to beat at this time of the year, and the Storm really haven't been that consistent of a team that they have been in the last few years of this game, and I'm going to go the Panthers. I'm going to go the Panthers by 6. I think the Storm will trouble them, but I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I think it will be a low-scoring game, and I think I reckon it'll be 18 points to 12. I think that the Panthers will get home in the last 10 minutes or in the last 2 minutes, and then the Storm try and fight in the last minute. This is going to go down to the wire. It could possibly go to extra time. Who knows? But, the Panthers have just been an unstoppable team, and this could be their toughest preliminary final victory because they haven't had that last year. Then really they got easily last year in the preliminary final, even though South led 12-0 in that game and just went away from South at the end, and obviously they were down to 12 for the rest of the game, so it was hard for them to win that match. And we go on to the second preliminary final. Who will be dancing with the Panthers or Storm next weekend? Will it be the Broncos or will it be a fairy tale for the Warriors? Their first grand final since 2011. And possibly their first premiership. We'll see who, if it's going to be their first premiership since they've started back in the early 90s. I'm pretty sure. When did the Warriors start? I'm not. Let's have a look. Team stats 1998. So the Warriors in 1998, 25 years history of in the competition. And as for the Broncos, Corey Jensen, Jock Madden, Martin Tapau, and Tristan Sailor are possibly in the side. As fullback is Reece Walsh, Jesse Arthurs and Selwyn Cobbo are the wingers. Katoni Staggs and Herbie Farmworth are the centres. It could be Herbie Farmworth's last game because he's going to the Dolphins next year. And the halves are Ezra Mann and the captain is Adam Reynolds. The forward packs is Thomas Flegler. This could be his last Broncos game going to the Dolphins. Payne Haas and Billy Walters is at hooker. The second rollers are Kurt Capewell, Jordan Ricky, and Pat Carrigan. The interchange bench is Tyson Smoothie, Braden Piaga, Kobe Hetherington, and Ken Policia. And as for the Warriors, Chansey Nickel-Cooksters at bat. Ali Lutara is back. Bunty Afoa is back. Edward Corsi is back, and Freddie Lassick is back for the Warriors. Now, fullback is Chansey Nickel-Cookster. The wingers are Dallin Witteni, Lesniak, and Marcelo Montoya. The centres are Rocco Berry, who's had an incredible season, and Adam Pompey. The halves are Tamari Martin and Sean Johnson. The forward packs are Adam Fanua-Blake, Mick Barnett, and the hooker is Wade Egan. The second rowers are Jackson Ford and Murata Niokore, and at lock is Tohu Harris, the skipper. The interchange bench is Dylan Walker, Jez Tavanga, Bailey Sirinen, and Josh Curran. Now, I'm going to go to the Broncos. I know I didn't lean towards the Warriors last week, but the Broncos this year have just been unstoppable, and there's no there's no way to get past their defense. And what I've seen from them last week against 2 weeks ago against the Storm, they just pushed. The Storm just couldn't find a way past their defense. They couldn't cope with their defense, and ideally, the Broncos look the better team and a younger team than what the Warriors look, and it could also be a fairy tale for the Broncos that haven't made the grand final since 2015, and plus for these young guys who have never played the grand final before, and the only person that's probably played a grand final in this, two people that played a grand final in this team is Adam Reynolds and Kurt Capewell. So, and some of these players have been on the grander stage before, of Katoni Staggs, Selwyn Cobbo, I'm speaking of Origin, for example, Katoni Staggs, Selwyn Cobbo, Payne Haas, Kurt Capewell, obviously, Pat Carrigan. A lot of them have played for New Zealand, Australia, so that it's not new for them. But Australia in the NRL Grand Final, it just brings so much emotion. I think we're going to be in for a great Grand Final if the Panthers and the Broncos make it. So I'm going to go the Broncos, and I think this will really go down to the wire. And I give the Warriors a chance, but the Broncos this year with their defense has just been like unbreakable. And honestly, the Warriors are going to play catch up footy, and I get it. They're going to playing catch up footy, but like the Broncos seem ready for that, and that's going to probably trouble the Panthers if they do play the Panthers in the grand final, and it could possibly really hurt the Panthers at the end of this. Really, the Broncos will test them, but I'm going to tip the Broncos. I'm going to tip the Broncos by 2. I think the Warriors will be right in it, and I think it'll be a really, really close, really low scoring game. And it possibly could be a blowout because what we've seen from the Broncos just improving week after week. It could be a blowout score. It could be a close game. So I'm going to go the Broncos by 2. I think it'll be. I said it would be a really, really close, really, really low scoring game, but it could possibly even be a high scoring game. And but I'm going to go 18 points to 16. I think the Panthers will just be a little. The Broncos will be a little too good for the New Zealand Warriors. So I'm going to go Brisbane in that game. So well, there you have it. The 2 preliminary final matches, the last 2 penultimate games before the big dance next week. And let me know who your grand finalists of 2023 out of these 4 teams that have made the preliminary final, and in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and because it really helps out, and share the video with your family and friends. Favor the video, that could be awesome. And also, remember, it's not who you are that is underneath. It's what you do that defines you. Cheers. Enjoy the video.